So I tried talking about this the other day. Like, I made an entire video and I even uploaded it. But a few minutes after, I deleted it. I don't know why it's so hard to talk about some of the abuse that I've been through, but it is. It's like some things are easier to talk about than others. But ever since I deleted that video, God just keeps putting it on my heart to talk about it. So here we are. There was one time a few years ago, before I went to rehab, before I left my ex, while we were still living together. It was like whenever the gang stalking was going full throttle, he was acting all sorts of weird, saying weird things, doing weird things. And one night I had slept on the couch in the living room. I woke up that morning with a gun resting on my temple. I opened my eyes and he was standing there holding a gun to my head. And he starts screaming at me, "Where is my bank card?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where your bank card is, Why do you have a gun to my head? And he's screaming, looking so crazy. "I know that you know where my bank card is. You better give it up or I'm going to kill you." Just on and on and on. And of course, I'm screaming, I'm crying, and I'm like, I don't have your effing bank card. Because he knew that I didn't have his bank card. That was the whole dance, you see. That was him inflicting psychological warfare on me, if I could talk. And even in the moment, whenever it was happening, I knew what he was doing. I looked at him and I said, "I don't have your bank card, and I know that you know I don't have your bank card. So will you please stop acting like a psycho?" And that did it. That remark right there sent him over the edge. He actually threw the gun down and started running at me full throttle. I mean, it's funny now when I think back on it, but it sure wasn't funny in the moment. I managed to get out the back door and into my car, and I peeled out of the driveway. I escaped. I escaped that one. But I have a feeling if he'd gotten his hands on me in that moment, on that day, he would have done some damage. I mean, he did do some damage, right? Who holds a gun to another person's head to ask them for something that they know they don't have? Again, let me reiterate. He knew that I did not have that bank card. Because I've never stolen his bank card. Ever. Not one time. The whole 17 years that we were together, I never did anything like that. I don't do things like that. And in fact, it was him who would promise out my tip money before I got home from work. Before I could even bring it in the door, he would have it promised out to this drug dealer and that drug dealer. That's the truth. And you see, I know that all of that was supposed to psychologically torture me, because he would also do things like, excuse me, but he would do things like, I would ask him, "What do you want for dinner tonight?" And he would say, oh, I don't know, chicken, mashed potatoes, I'm going to kill you, green beans. And I would be like, what did you just say? And he would look at me all confused. And I would say, you just said you're going to kill me. And he would be like, what are you talking about? No, I didn't. Rusty, you must be hearing things. Are you okay? He would say. And I would say, man, you just told me you were going to kill me. And we would go back and forth like that. Him pretending like he didn't say that, but knowing all the while that he did. That was one of those tricks to make me think that I was going crazy. So yeah, that's just a little glimpse into what I had to deal with him.